Hi guys, this is Arpana from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering of Electronics and Communication Engineering. So today the title is about the decision making, meaning and its types. Introduction to decision making. Decision making is a critical cognitive process, so it will be involving a selecting a course of action among the several alternatives. So effective decision making it can impact the personal as well as the professional outcomes. So decision making is a cognitive process which will be resulting in the selection of a course of action. Definition of the decision making. So as we can observe in this image, so it is a one of the process of choosing between the different alternatives, or like decision making it will be involving the identifying and choosing alternatives that are based on the values and the preferences. So it is a one of the fundamental skill that will be impacting the outcomes in various aspects of the life. So effective decision making it leads to a better problem resolution as well as a goal achievement. Importance of the decision making. So as we can observe in this image, the significance of the decision making. So it helps in order to select the best option, assess the managerial productivity. It also ensures the sustainability, better resource utilization, helps in business growth, facilitates the innovation, helps form in order to form the plans and the policies, and also helps to achieve the goals. So good decision making, it can significantly influence your success and the satisfaction. So it also allows the individuals and the organizations in order to navigate the challenges effectively. So poor decisions, it may lead to negative impacts or consequences and also miss the opportunities. Steps in the decision making process. So there are seven steps or six steps which are involved in the decision making process. So one is the defining and analyzing the problem, later developing a alternative solution. So after developing that solution, we need to evaluate the alternative selection and selecting the best solution. So after selection process, we need to implement the decision and follow up by the again it will be comes under the defining and analyzing the problem. So in identifying the problem or opportunity, that will be requires a decision. So gathering whatever the relevant information to understand the possible choices. Later evaluate the alternatives and make a choice which will be based on the facts. Finally implementing the decision and reviewing its impacts and critical stages. So these are the process which will be involved in the decision making process. Next, types of decisions. Nearly there are seven types of decisions are there. One is the tactical and strategic, programmed and non-programmed, basic and routine, policy and operating, policy, administrative and executive, of the cuff and planned, organizational and the personal. So decision can be categorized into different types that are based on the various criteria. These categories they also includes the routine, strategic, tactical, and operational decisions as we discuss in the image. So each type they will be requires a distinct approaches and the levels of the analysis. First is the routine decisions. So these routine decisions means they will be made by regularly and typically they will be involving the low risk. And also they often follow the established processes or organizational norms. For example, like including the daily scheduling or inventory restocking. So as we can observe in this image, there is a difference between the routine decisions as well as the strategic decisions. So in routine decision, it is also known as the operative decisions, repetitive and regular in nature. They will be related to day-to-day operation and they will be following a standard procedures, and these are small scale in nature. These are also taken at the lower levels of management. But when we come across the strategic decisions, these are also known as the policy decisions, but these are not routinely or repetitive in nature. These will be related to long term functioning, and also they are the guides by the policy manuals, but they will be requiring the high expertise, and also they will be requiring a lot of commitment of the funds as well as the resources, and these are taken at the higher levels of the management. So strategic decisions as we can already observe in the previous slide. So these are the long term and having a significant impact on the organization. They often involve in the high levels of the uncertainty as well as the risk will be involved. So examples like entering a new markets or launching a new products uh, to the customers, or it may lead some of the risks. And there are also types of decisions, tactical decisions, operational decisions. But when we come across these decisions, strategic decision, it is a long term impact when we compare to other decisions. And also they will be having, as we said, they will be having a long term implications for an organization, and they are typically made up by the upper management and also involving a significant resource allocation. Examples as we studied in the previous slide. And strategic means it is a one of the plan for meeting your objectives, and it is for more than this. Strategic thinking, strategic decisions, there will be involves a lot of risk in this also. Tactical decisions, mainly they will be focusing on the implementation of the strategic plans. They will often involve the short term actions that will be supporting the broader objectives. Examples like marketing campaigns and budget allocations. So when we come across the tactical planning in the image, they will be used to achieve the strategy, and they are the short term. It may be typically 1 year or less than 1 year maybe, and it will be including the specific goals, budget, as well as the resources. But when we come with the strategic planning, they will be forward looking, and their long term plan, it may be 5 years or more than 5 years also. Next is operational decisions. So these are concerned with the day-to-day operations when as the routine decisions. And these decisions, they will be supporting the efficiency and effectiveness of the business processes. Examples like they will be include the staffing schedules and inventory management. And what are the main characteristics of these operational decisions means accuracy, flexibility, consistency, timely, and also the main one is the cost effective. Individual versus group decisions. So individual decisions, they will be made by a single person, that too based on their judgment. But group decisions, they will be involving a collaboration and consensus among the multiple stakeholders. The context often determines which approach is more effective. So value of individual versus group decision making. So advantages as well as the disadvantages. So communication. See, group, it can accumulate the more knowledge and facts, and thus they will be generating a more as well as a better alternatives. And groups, they will be often displaying the superior judgment when evaluating the alternatives, the two especially for the complex problems. And also they will be involving in decisions that will lead to a higher level of acceptance of the decisions, and also the satisfaction. Group decision making, it can result in the growth for members of the group also. And also groups are often dominated by one or two decision leaders, which may reduce the acceptance, satisfaction, and quality. Managers may rely too much on group decision, leading to loss of their own decision and implementation skills. These are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the group decision making. Next, group decision making. So as we come across with the group decision making in the previous slide, so it will be making involves the collaboration among the multiple stakeholders. It may also lead to more comprehensive solutions, but may introduce the conflicts. And it will be effective facilitation is one of the key in order to achieve a consensus in group settings. So these are the group decision making techniques. One is the Delphi method, Hartnett CODM model, step ladder technique, Bain's rapid framework, brainstorming, Harate procedure, nominal group technique. So these are the various techniques which will be used in the group decision making. Initiative decision making. So it is mainly based on the gut feelings as well as the instincts. It can be effective in the situations where there will be quick judgments which will be needed. And this type of decision making, they often draws on past experiences, and they will be mainly depends upon the emotions also. So like what are the roles of these means? They will be detecting the problem and learn the patterns from the problem, and they will be assembling the isolated data into a fully understand the problem, compare and check the various solutions, engender the final solution, later on the business vision beyond the problem. So these will be roles which will be taking for the initiative decision making, intuitive decision making. Factors which are influencing the decision making. So there are various factors which will be influencing decision making, including like the personal biases, so organizational cultural and external pressures, they will be also playing significant roles. So understanding these factors, it may helps in order to improve the decision making process. And the main factors which will be affecting decision making, like personal factors, cultural factors, social factor, information, and last but not least the physiological factor. And common decision making biases, so it can skew the decision making and also lead to the errors. Examples like confirmation bias and anchoring bias. Awareness of these biases, it may helps in order to improve the decision quality. So as we can observe in this sphere, there are common cognitive biases when making decisions and the judgments, like it may be anchoring, availability of heuristic, next choice supportive, confirmation, selective perception, outcome, overconfidence, uh, blind spot, and so on. The tools which are used for the decision making, there are several tools which will be assisting in the decision making process, and techniques including the cost benefit analysis, decision trees, and SWOT analysis. These tools, they will be providing a structured frameworks for the evaluating options. So there are many tools in order to aid the decision making, like the first is linear programming, payoff matrix, decision tree, simulation, game theory, weighing model, and accounting the tools. The role of technology in the decision making. So technology has already transformed decision making through the data analytics as well as the AI. But these advancements, they will be providing a deeper insights and also enabling the predictive modeling. Organizations, they can know that means they can now make a faster and also more informed decisions based on the real time data. So recognize when to use the AI for the decision making, like simple, complicated, chaotic. So in these three, we need to recognize when we need to use the AI for the decision making purpose. The challenges which are facing in the decision making. So decision making, it is not without its challenges, like including uncertainty, complexity, and also there will be few risks in the problem statement solutions, and the fear of failure, it can also paralyze the individual as well as the groups. And also developing a structured approach, it may mitigate some of these challenges. Conclusion. So mastering decision making is essential for personal as well as the professional success, and there are different types of decisions required in order to different approaches and also the considerations. So continuous improvement in decision making skills, it can lead to better outcomes. So thank you for giving such an opportunity to explain about the topic of decision making. Thank you.